have your phone also on.
So I got my notice. So that means I started.
Does that mean that it's on? Like they can actually hear us now?
Let me go pull that up and look.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Oh yes, they can hear us.
Okay. So how do we mute that?
I don't think anyone's got it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to senior night here at Allen High School. How'd that sound, Coach? How'd that sound? Thank you.
Good?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to senior night for the Allen Eagle varsity baseball team. Our first senior is Langston Mosley. Langston is escorted by his parents, Leroy and Sean Mosley, sister Sinclair, grandmother Phyllis Wilson, and uncle Thomas Mayberry. Langston Mosley has been a dedicated member of the Eagle baseball program for the past 3 years as a pitcher and outfielder. Following graduation, Langston plans to attend Howard College, where he will study engineering and continue his baseball career after earning an athletic scholarship. His favorite memory as an Eagle was beating Plano West 4-0 at home under the lights in front of a packed crowd, an unforgettable night that showcased the energy, pride, and brotherhood of Eagle baseball. Let's hear it for Langston Mosley. Next up, Ryan Blessing. Ryan is escorted by his parents, Jessica and John. Ryan has loved being an Eagle these past 2 years. He is looking forward to playing baseball in college. His favorite memory was when we swept Prosper. Let's hear it for Ryan Blessing. Jaden Wilson. Jaden is escorted by his parents, Wendy Scott and Andre Wilson, along with his sister, Lindsay. Jaden has been a part of the Allen Eagle varsity baseball team for 3 years. Jaden will be continuing his baseball career at Amarillo Junior College and majoring in business. Jaden's favorite memory is sweeping Prosper last year and hanging out with everyone afterward and breaking the single-season stolen base record. Let's hear it for Jaden Wilson. Kyle Tanksley. Kyle is escorted by his parents, Billy and Libby Tanksley, and his sister, Emma, and his brother, Brett. Kyle is a 4-year Allen Eagle varsity starter. He was named first-team All-District second baseman his sophomore year and first-team All-District shortstop his junior year. His favorite memories all come from the out-of-town tournaments to Round Rock and Humboldt. Kyle will be playing baseball at Weatherford College in the fall. Let's hear it for Kyle Tanksley. Austin Mack. Austin is escorted by his parents, Kristen and Peter, along with his brother, Adam, and his grandma, Joyce. Austin has been a part of the Allen baseball program for 4 years, playing on the freshman JV and varsity teams. He is looking forward to heading to College Station this fall, where he will attend Glenn College for a year and then transfer to Texas A&M University. He is majoring in biology and plans to pursue a career in orthopedic medicine. Austin's favorite baseball memory is playing Rockwall freshman year and the whole team storming the field after the win. Austin Mack. Jaron Mangan. Jaron is escorted by his parents, Jeff and Destiny, along with his sister, Jalen. Jaron has been a part of the Allen High School baseball program all 4 years. He will be attending Oklahoma Wesleyan University, where he will be playing baseball and majoring in biology. Jaron's favorite experience was being alongside his teammates, united by their shared love of the game. Let's hear it for Jaron Mangan. Brooks Bentley. Brooks is escorted by his mom, Erin, and his dad, Kent, along with his sister, Brecklin. Brooks has been a part of the Allen baseball program all 4 years. He plans to study business finance at the University of Arkansas. His favorite memory as an Eagle was striking out 9 against Prosper and beating Hebron last year in the playoffs. Let's hear it for Brooks Bentley. Shay Young. Shay is escorted by his parents, Colin and Danica. Shay started his baseball journey playing t-ball for ASA when he was 4 years old. He has been a part of the Allen High School baseball program all 4 years. He plans to study business and continue playing baseball at Endicott College in Massachusetts in the fall. His favorite memory as an Eagle was the walk-off hit against the Woodlands this season. Shay Young. Carson O'Neill. Carson is escorted by his parents, Cindy and Dewey O'Neill. His sister Sarah was unable to make it due to her college final schedule, but would love to send him a huge shout out and love. Carson's been a part of the Allen baseball program for 4 years, working his way through every level, from freshman to JV and now on varsity. This season marks his 2nd year lettering on varsity. He is headed to the University of Oklahoma this fall to study finance and business. Some of his favorite memories as an Eagle include having fun and playing ball with his teammates at the Houston tournament this year and an unforgettable game against McKinney where he crushed 2 home runs in 1 game. Carson O'Neill. Nico Evangelopoulos. Nico is escorted by his parents, Dimitri and Pam, along with his siblings, Lena and Alexi. Nico has been a part of the Allen High School baseball program for 4 years. He plans to study political science and pre-law at OU, with aspirations of practicing constitutional law one day. Nico's favorite memory as an Eagle is getting his first start in district play against Rock Hill his junior year. Nico Evangelopoulos. Caden Muscat. Caden is escorted by his mom, Ashley. Caden has been a part of the Allen High School program for 4 years. He plans to study business at Arizona State University. His favorite memory as an Eagle is the Rockwall tournament during his freshman year. Let's hear it for Caden Muscat. Jackson Sanders. Jackson is escorted by his parents, Jermaine and Elisa Sanders. Jackson has been an Allen Eagle baseball player for the last 4 years. His plan is to attend the University of North Texas and study business management. Jackson's favorite memory as an Eagle was his junior year pitching his first game against Southlake as a varsity player. Jackson Sanders.
Whaley.
Yep. Sam Whaley. Sam is escorted by his parents, Andy and Jen Whaley. Sam has been a part of the Allen High School baseball program for 4 years. His favorite memories include his varsity hit in the Round Rock tournament his sophomore year and pitching in relief for the win against Prosper his junior year. Sam is attending Glenn College his first year, then transferring to Texas A&M University studying kinesiology. Sam Whaley. Chandler Hart. Chandler is escorted by his parents, Dave and Wendy, along with his sister and grandmothers. Chandler has been a part of the Allen High School baseball program for 4 years. He plans to play baseball at Texas A&M University while studying agricultural business this fall. Chandler's favorite memory as an Eagle was sweeping Marcus his freshman year. Chandler Hart. Peyton Clow. Peyton is being escorted by her mom, Callie.
And by Jordy. And by Jordy.
As well as Jordy Kaufman. Peyton has been a part of the Allen Sports Medicine program for 4 years and a part of the Allen High School baseball program 4 years as well. She plans to go to Texas Tech in the fall studying kinesiology. Reckham. Peyton Cloud. At this moment, we would like to take a second on behalf of the Allen baseball program, the Allen Athletic Department, and Allen High School to thank our seniors for their contributions to the program, our school, and our community. We wish you the best as you graduate high school and continue your journey. Let's have a large ovation for our Allen High School senior varsity baseball players.
All right, do you know Plano East record on the season?
Yeah. I didn't know that Nico wants to run for office.
Who knows?
I've worked in politics for quite a bit, but I'd only help him if he's on our side.
All right, now we're muted.
Yeah, I'd almost help him, you know, but only if he's on our side.
Yeah.
I'm not helping another
No,
young
he is on our side.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. That's why we get along with the family so well.
Excellent. There's more of you out here than I thought. One of the other things I do on the side is I do political videos on YouTube for a couple of guys out of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
And obviously very liberal, very opinionated. But I love that stuff. I've been involved with that stuff for a long time. My first job out of sports radio was in political communications.
Was it?
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking in the hoodie. Get up. First shot, we strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's. But again, nope, y'all can't copy it. Glad moonwalking. And this here is our party. My house has been on Broadway. And we did it always. World music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. That stage.
I will be right back.
Got that Bob Walker, Superman, and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft, stay around for those pounds. But I do that to ask the question, but I'm on for my town. Trust me, I'm a INDEPENDENT shit hustler. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the foot track busting. Halfway across that city with the back question. Liberals out here, now they can't tell me nothing.
One, sit right there in the Eagles hat with the white hoodie.
Right here in the white hoodie. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Spread it across the country. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Now, can I kick it? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go first, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 8 of it in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like I gave a little speed to a great white struck on struck week. Gonna go hard, two sisters goodbye. I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see world. She's so lit, you won't believe her now. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation console, giving it back to the people now. Sing this song, and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure and humility, and then we keep marching. I say, this is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Teacher Appreciation Night. On behalf of the Allen baseball team, we would like to welcome you to Teacher Appreciation Night here at the Boneyard. Teachers do not always get the recognition they deserve, but they play such an important part in the development of our children. The players all chose a teacher to be recognized on this special evening. Here are the teachers representing tonight. Brittany Vaccaro, Kathy Vondercheck, Derek Eldridge, Jacob Hinkle, William Duncan, Ben Wilkinson, Trenton Davis, Connie Beanie, John Raleigh, Paul Coe, Aaron Gray, Kelly Thompson, Tina Bogelman, Kara Flannery, Sharice Lewis, Emma Tanksley, Jacob Golden, Brianna Stout, Grayson McClure, Nicole Duncan, Kyle Dodd, Bailey Kirby, Marcy Dolton, Regina Taylor, and Mike Doc Harrison. Once again, we want to thank all of our amazing teachers for everything they do to support our student athletes. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's hear it for your Allen High School teachers. Throwing out the first pitch is Allen High School Assistant Principal Cody Gamble. As a 2007 graduate of Allen High School, Cody was a member of the football and baseball teams. He was on the Wall of Honor outside the field as someone who made a lasting impact on Allen baseball. He still holds a number of records within the Allen baseball program. We are excited to have Cody Gamble throw out the first pitch. Catcher Chandler Hart and Jordy Kaufman. Let's hear it for Allen's own Cody Gamble. Demonstrated a willingness to work hard and make sacrifices.
Allen Eagles baseball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. Along with Colin Young, I'm Michael Gulnick. Great to be back with you And in case you're wondering where Ed is, this isn't revenge on me for not being here the other day. Ed is away on business, but his wife Christine, that you all know, did a splendid job setting us up. And Colin, I am so excited to have you with us tonight, to be able to share your expertise, talk a little bit about your son who celebrated Senior Day with you today, and give us an update on Caden.
Yeah, appreciate being here tonight. I've got some big shoes to fill for Ed tonight, but I think we'll get it done. My son Caden at Fordham University is having a great year so far. Really doing well, really making a name for himself, and he was a catcher here at Allen for a couple years. All 4 years, but 2 on varsity, and now he's making a name for himself in the outfield this year.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and I told you this off the air, and I would have said it, in fact, I did say it on the air several times last year to Ed. When we look back at some of my favorite Allen Eagles, your son was absolutely, I think that was my first year of doing it here, and one of my favorite people, and I knew that this kid was going to be successful, and obviously he already has been, and as I said to you off the air a little while ago, whether he makes it to the majors or not, he's going to be incredibly successful because he's that kind of head on his shoulders.
Yeah, as a dad, I'm very proud of him. He's a very organized, diligent, level-headed kid. Academically and athletically, he's got strong focus and loves the game of baseball. And we're just, Danica and I are just real proud of him. Real proud of him.
How does it feel now that your second son has gone through the entire system, coming out the other side, going to play collegiate ball in the Northeast? What are your emotions right now?
I'm just a proud dad. Yeah. I mean, that's all I can really say. With my baseball background and Shay and Caden's grandfather's baseball background, I think they were lucky to grow up in that environment and have us there to kind of give them some insight onto really how to navigate and progress in the game. But I'm in awe. I did my thing professionally, and played college baseball as well. But for them to grow and do what they do, like I said, I'm a proud dad.
You look like a proud dad. I don't blame you one bit. So let's talk about the importance of this game, because there is plenty of importance for both of these teams tonight. We'll start with Allen. Allen is still in the driver's seat in terms of the district championship, but they have to take care of business. They have to win both of these games to make what Prosper does irrelevant. And Prosper won yesterday. They'll likely win the game they've got coming up. And as long as that happens, it's imperative for Allen to win both of these games against Plano East.
Yeah, they control their own destiny right now. They got to come out sharp. They got to come out on fire. They know what's ahead of them as far as making the playoffs and getting a good seed. Really set them up for that playoff run. So they got to come out focused. And unlike the Prosper matchup that we had a couple weeks ago, where I think Prosper put a little pressure on them that they hadn't felt, I think what they need to do is really turn it up and understand that they got the world in their hands right now.
Well, the importance for Plano East is they simply just need to win the next couple games against Allen, or else they're out. They can win one and not get in, so they are going to have to win both of these games. Tonight's game and then Friday night's game at Naaman Forest, or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk more about that in a moment, but first our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand, if able, and remove your hats as we honor our flag and our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem from Allen. And as we just mentioned, last couple games of the regular season. Let me set the batting lineup for you for Plano East. Leading off is Landon Weeks. He's in center. Second baseman, Matthew Hyman. At short, Tristan Parker. First baseman, Ricky Clemens. Behind the plate, Tyler LeBeau. The DH, Urban Cason. The right fielder, Xavion Salas. The left fielder, Andre Valdez. You've got Ryan Spate at third, and Kellen McWinney is on the mound. J.W. Powell, who's been outstanding for this ball club this year, is on the mound for Allen.
JW's had a really good season. Good velo on the fastball up to 91, 92, really high spin rate. Attacks hitters, really wicked slider sometimes, and really does a great job of setting guys up and really getting after it. And looking forward to see him come out and do his thing tonight.
Did we just have a front blow through? That was pretty intense.
It's a nice little breeze.
Yeah. Anyway, the lineup for Allen, your normal lineup for the most part. Kyle Tanksley leading off at short. Jaden Wilson is in center. Shea Young at third. Chandler Hart at first base. Batting cleanup, Ryan Blessing behind the plate. Carson O'Neill, the right fielder. Caden Muscat is in left. Nico Evangelopoulos at second. Austin Mack behind the plate. And J.W. Powell, as we just mentioned, on the mound. So this becomes a very pressure-filled game for both of these teams. But if tomorrow has some meaning on it, which would mean that Plano East would win today, the pressure switches entirely to Allen to maintain that shot at a district championship.
Yeah, it's time to put the gas pedal down right now and really just close this thing out and not give Plano East any momentum or movement tonight and get these next two games out of the way and get into the playoffs.
Colin, you think that the losses to Prosper, as painful as they were, could have been a bit of a needed wake-up call?
I had some conversations with some people about that, and I talked with my son Shay about it, and we talked about, you guys needed to feel the pressure because that's what it's going to be like in the playoffs. So I don't think it was a bad thing, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to give them a good idea of what they're going to feel going forward.
I think you're very much right on the money, and that's kind of what I was thinking, especially after that second one. They, the first one hurt, but the second one they did not expect to lose, and I think it shook them up a little bit.
Yeah, the Prosper's pitching shut them down a little bit, and they hadn't felt that all year.
Landon Weeks steps into the box against J.W. Powell, who does what he typically does, fires strike one. And we are underway. Great to have you with us. Great to be back in the booth. That's a fastball in there for a strike. I appreciate the well wishes. Had a couple of folks who knew that I'd been in the hospital for about a day and a half, and I'm doing fine. But that's why I missed the last game. And the 0-2 pitch, just a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, it's good to have you back, Mike, and feeling good.
Thank you so much. I hated missing a game. It's the first one that I've missed for health reasons and didn't feel too good, literally and figuratively. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that stayed outside to Weeks. Matthew Hyman on deck, followed by Tristan Parker. And the 2-2. Oh, just misses the outside corner. And he goes from 0-2 to 3-2.
Good selection right there. Nice 2-2 pitch on the outer half, just missed.
And the payoff pitch. Just got a piece of it. I got to imagine that you have this unique perspective, having played in professional baseball, playing up to the AA level. You must see things when you're looking at a young guy pitching, that other people just don't pick up.
Yeah, there's certain things, we look at athleticism.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
We look at athleticism, we look at body type, we look at different things, skills, fundamental, and I think being involved in the game for so long, you can kind of project what a kid's going to be over the long run, and that's why I always tell coaches, don't give up on kids, let them develop and give them a shot.
Absolutely. Although my coaches gave up on me when I was 8. Hyman shows bunt, pulls it back. My fastball topped out, I think, at 45. Had movement, though.
Little ephus pitch.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Except when the ephus is your fastball, that's a problem. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouls it back. Well, we've talked about how good Powell has been. Just a strike-throwing machine. And have a feeling if he does that tonight, it'll be a good night for the Eagles, but...
Honestly, that's the name of the game in high school baseball. Throw strikes, you get outs. You know, when you start walking people and getting runners on, that's when dangerous things happen.
And the 1-1. Fouled at the plate. Austin Mack behind the plate tonight with Blessing DHing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield playing straight away. And that is lined. Oh, what a grab by Evangelopoulos. The throw to first in time. Oh, Nico, what a play.
Great pick by Nico there. Really athletic play. Stayed behind the ball, kept his head behind the ball, able to pick that.
Shortstop, number
Made a
1,
nice throw to first.
Tristan Parker.
Terrific defensive effort by Nico. And here is Tristan Parker. Here you go, Tristan. And that one is lifted into shallow right center field. Coming on and making the grab is Jaden Wilson. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for J.W. Powell. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first coming up. No score, 1-2-3 first inning for J.W. Powell. Colin Young joining me tonight. We'll talk a little bit more as the evening goes on about some of your experiences playing, some of the places you really enjoyed playing, and what some of these guys are about to go through as they get to the next level and really start to figure out how seriously they want to take this baseball thing. You know, there's some guys, obviously Chandler's been hearing from Major League Scouts for years already, so he's kind of accustomed to it, but there are others that are kind of on that fringe.
Yeah.
And if they build their game in the first or second year of college, they are going to start hearing about people, or from people that represent professional ball clubs. And I can't even imagine what that journey is like that you took, and Caden may be taking as well.
It all starts with a love of the game. You got to love it in order to keep progressing in this game. You can't be wishy-washy about it. You know, you got to work hard, but the passion and the love has to be there. You know, and a lot of these high school kids, they got dreams of playing in college or even professionally, but once they get to college, sometimes they, you know, with the work schedule and the academic schedule along with the athletic schedule, they don't realize what they've gotten into.
Kyle Tanksley swings at the first pitch. What else is new? Fouls it off to the right.
But, you know, it's one of those things, you know, if you love the game, you're going to keep progressing and, you know, go until they take the shirt off your back.
That's always been my approach to broadcasting. Outside, 1-1.
I think it's a good rule.
And the 1-1, and that is behind him. No, it got a piece of him. So a hit by pitch, and Kyler heads down to first, and this is, again, like we've talked about, Ed and I, so many times during the year, this is how you get yourself in early trouble, by hitting guys and walking guys and giving Allen that opportunity to put a crooked number on the board.
Yeah, I just spoke about it. Walks and hit by pitches and errors will kill you in high school baseball. When Kyle gets on, he's dangerous, and you got 4 more guys in this lineup that can do some damage after Kyle. So good odds that he's going to come around.
And then, of course, we've got Jaden Wilson, who is 1 stolen base away from Allen history, from beating Kyler Murray and taking the record all by himself for career stolen bases at this school. And, man, when I think about the athletic history of Allen High School, when we moved here, 21 years ago, I first started learning about some of the high schools in this area, and that's going to be very close, and they got him. Terrific move from McWhinney. Tanksley was leaning a little bit, and that hit by pitch turns into a caught stealing. Picked off first.
Yeah, we can't have those mistakes tonight. We gotta be cognizant of what the situation is early in the game, and unfortunate circumstance right there.
And the pitch to Wilson in there for a strike. I was going to say that, when I was educating myself about some of the area high schools, and I knew already a little bit about Allen, their reputation, especially with the football program, preceded them, but when you get down here and you got to know some of the people that actually played at this school, even guys that now obviously are professional football players who made their mark also playing baseball, multi-sport athletes, it's just incredible.
When you have almost 8,000 kids to pick from, you're going to have some athletes in the mix there, and it's just such a competitive environment.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Wilson, and he lifts one into medium right field, and there to make the catch is Xavier Salas. So there are 2 down now.
Now batting, third baseman, number 9, Shea Young.
So
Now,
Allen athletes Jordan Tyson's going to go in the first 15 picks of the NFL draft. He just got done playing receiver here.
wow. You'd almost think that Ian has some pride in the program.
Ian's got a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a virtue.
Now, I got to tell you, big fan of the color coordination. Ed and I talk about it all the time, the gloves, the bat. We're fans.
Oh, if you have a mint chip colored baseball bat and mint chip colored batting gloves, you better be hitting. And if you're hitting a $190, you just look like an idiot.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch lifted into right field. Salas coming in and takes a few steps toward the line and makes a one-handed grab. So they go 1-2-3. Tanksley was hit by a pitch, but then was picked off first. We head to the top of the second. No score.
Taking all Jeremy's free time.
Both pitchers looking good in the first inning of work, and we are scoreless. And Colin, how difficult is it? And I'm having trouble phrasing the question because I've certainly never been in this situation, but do you find yourself analyzing every single aspect of your son's at-bats?
I do, but I try to keep my mouth shut as much as I can.
Yeah.
If there's something, really technical that's off, I might throw my 2 cents in there. But honestly, Shea's having a great season, and just with him, I just try to say, hey, great game, keep it up, keep working hard, keep doing what you're doing, and just build that confidence with him. So
by the same token, I have to think when he gets a hold of one like he did a few days ago, that's a no-doubter. That feeling has to be amazing.
It's fun to watch your kid hit a home run or just succeed in general.
Ricky Clemens leading things off for Plano East against J.W. Powell. No score. He offered at it but did not go around. 1-0. And Powell delivers. Down low. 2 balls and no strikes again. The importance for your Eagles is they really do need to win both of these games tonight and Friday night to capture the district championship outright. 2 balls and a strike. If they end up in a tie, which is likely what would happen if they lose one of these 2 games because Prosper heavily favored to win their last regular season game, then Prosper, because of those 2 games that they won over Allen, would then take the crown. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then it's always fun to find out where the road leads after that. Two is fouled off. I really think it would be only fair if Allen gets sent this time to Flower Mound. Okay, or one of those area schools. So you guys can find out what kind of drive I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the drive.
Yeah, in the last 2 years, we started off facing Marcus in the first round.
Now, those were at neutral sites, right? I think there was it Carrollton or one of those schools? Yeah, that's right. Three balls, 2 strikes. Clemens, I should say, steps out of the box. LeBeau is on deck, followed by Kaysen. And the 3-2. And that's a called strike 3 at the knees. Clemens thought he had drawn the walk, but the umpire did not agree, and that's strikeout number 2 for Powell.
That was a great little slider right there from J.W. Powell, right on the inside half. Good 3-2 pitch, not expecting something breaking there.
And now here is LeBeau. First pitch to Tyler. And that's pretty much the last pitch, except he just missed a little bit lower.
Looks a little low there, yeah. He's been a little slider heavy tonight so far.
And that one misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes.
I don't know if that's part of the game plan or what right now. I'd like to see him trust his fastball a little bit more.
And the 2-0. Ground ball to short, or second. Nico's got it. The throw in time, and there's 2 down. And based on what we've heard, I don't think that they're expecting a complete game or anything tonight from JW. I think that they want to get a couple people in.
Yeah, I think the plan moving forward is to get some work, maybe 3-4 innings tonight, get some work in, get tuned up for the playoffs and try to get some other guys in. Hopefully we can get a comfortable lead.
Urban Kaysen at the plate. Big right-handed hitter.
Tell him never to say that to another human ever. We did have community showers with no stalls. That's true. He's not wrong.
And the pitch. Called strike. Good movement on that pitch.
Yeah, really utilizing the inner half right now. J-Dub's really commanding that corner.
And the 1-1. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And you're done.
Xavier Salas waiting on deck. But still business to be done with Mr. Kaysen. And the 1-2. And that's hit up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Solid single for Kaysen, and that is the first base runner of the game so far for Plano East.
Went back to the slider on that one, on a 1-2 count. Just hung it over the plate, just enough for him to get some barrel on it, knock it up the middle. Want to get that down, 1-2 count. Want to get that down a little bit lower, probably.
Xavier Salas steps into the box against J.W. Powell. Kaysen takes a very short lead off of first. And the pitch. Inside. Push Salas back a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, based on the initial lead, didn't look like Kaysen had any designs on stealing, but we'll see if he builds the lead a little bit. Up high. Two balls, no strikes. Andrew Valdez is standing in the on-deck circle. And the 2-0 pitch coming to Salas. Instead, over to first, and diving in safely is Kaysen. Well, we've seen this before. In fact, we've seen it from JW. We've seen it from Caden. That periodic wildness, and then they get through it, and hopefully he will, and then they settle down, swing and a miss.
Yeah, typically with Caden and J-Dub, they might have an inning here,
So they called a ball.
They called a ball.
Is that a no pitch?
Yes.
They might have, an inning. It's just like any pitcher, to be honest with you. They might have an inning where, you got some difficulty getting your command there, and but typically they've been really good about figuring out and being consistent, after those types of innings.
Did you see what he did that they might have called the balk on? I didn't see it.
I think he quick pitched him.
2 balls, no strikes. And that is hit foul. So Plano East with the first runner of the game that's in scoring position. And the first hit of the game for either team here in the top of the second. No score. And the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Just
2 down.
Missed corner on that one.
Yes, he did. 2 down. But JW walking into a little bit of a dangerous situation. Let's see if he can get out of it. 3-1 pitch. And that's hit well, but right to Nico. He's got it. Over to first. And the inning comes to an end. Good job by JW to pitch himself out of a little pressure. We head to the bottom of the second. No score.
Yeah.
Chandler Hart leads things off for Allen in the bottom of the second inning. With Colin Young, I'm Michael Gulnick.
Leading off the bottom of the second for your Allen Eagles, starting first baseman, number 26, Chandler.
And, of course, Ryan Blessing, Carson O'Neill due up in this inning.
You go 1-2.
Facing Kellen McWhinney. And the first pitch up and away. McWhinney brushed Takesley in the top of the first, and then, of course, got out of it. And that is fisted to second, and the catch made by Matthew Hyman, 1 out.
Both pitchers doing a good job right now, getting in on the hands of these hitters.
Now batting,
A couple flares out to the second baseman. I think we've seen 3 or 4 of those already tonight.
And I think against this Allen lineup, the key clearly, Colin, is you got to have movement. You're not going to throw fastballs past him. You've got to have movement on your pitches.
Yeah, Allen does a good job in practice of really working the other way, up the middle and the other way with their hitting. So they're always looking middle to outer half. So maybe we can turn on some of these inside pitches, get some barrels to left field.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. It's one of the things that has impressed me so much this season is, like when I watch your son bat. Your son has a lot of power. We all know he's capable of pulling pitches out of the ballpark, but when he comes up in a situation that really only requires getting the ball in play or a base hit, and he's not always swinging for the fences. He's going opposite way. He's just trying to make good, solid contact, and it's just really good situational baseball.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot at home, and I think Jason Wilson does a good job of instilling that into the players and understanding the situation. We have 3 things in baseball we talk about. Score, situation, how many outs. What are you going to do in those situations? How are you going to drive runs, move guys around? So, Shea's always been. He's got a pretty high baseball IQ, and we talk about those things a lot.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Blessing. And Blessing grounds it to second. Hyman backhands it. Jump throw. And in. No, he did not get him. I think that was a missed call. I'll be honest. I like the hit. It's great, but I thought that actually he got him by about a quarter of a step. And they're going to have a little conversation about it. And I think it's not so much the question of whether he was out or safe, but how long it took him to make the call. He clearly wasn't sure.
Yeah, I mean, give credit to Ryan hustling down the line, making the umpire make that call. So bang, bang,
single for
went
number
our
3,
way.
Ryan Blessing. Now batting, starting
So
right fielder,
here is
number
Carson
10,
O'Neill.
Carson O'Neill.
Your son won in front of Carson for the home run lead. Do they have a little friendly rivalry?
I've talked to Shea about it. He'd like to. His goal at the beginning of the season was to, hit the all-time season record in home runs. Probably not going to happen this year unless we make a deep playoff run. He could get hot, but yeah, I think as far as teammates are concerned, they probably have a little inside deal going on.
And the throw to first gets away. And heading down to second is Blessing. And now Allen with a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Make it hurt, Carson.
You don't see a lot of kids, especially his age, that are 6'7", that are non-pitchers. Usually it's the guys at that age that are that height are usually already throwing 90 or 95 from the mound.
Yeah, it's just a testament to his athleticism, though. He's he's a great outfielder. He's really come around this year with the bat and come up big in situations, and it's really proud of Carson and what he's done this year.
Good breaking ball there by McWhinney. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Muscat on deck. And the 0-2 coming up. Got a piece of it, fouls it back. We'll do it again. 22 pitches so far for McWhinney. 31 delivered by Powell.
McWhinney looks good. He's attacking the zone, keeping them off balance with the breaking ball and then attacking with looks like a pretty lively fastball from here.
And the pitch. Misses low and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I remember McWhinney. I don't remember his stats, but I think I remember him throwing against Allen last year. A lot of familiar names on this Plano East team. You could tell the teams that are losing talent by a lot of guys you didn't know from last year, but this team has a lot of returning starters. And that is hit well into center field. Turning and going back is Weeks at the track. Makes the catch. Tagging and heading to third is Blessing. Well hit, but just not enough.
Well, he hit that hard, and, it's just unfortunate. Sometimes we play in a park that really tends to hold baseballs in.
Number 12, Caden Muscat.
Especially when you hit them to the deepest part of the field.
Yeah, no, it's a good swing. Really put the barrel on it, and, most parks that's gone.
Thought for a moment Weeks had lost it as he turned one way and then back the other, but he did a good job of staying with it. Here is Caden Muscat with the first run of the game, potentially 90 feet away.
Be a big momentum shifter right here if Caden can just poke one in the outfield, get that run in from third.
No doubt. Just tapped it at the plate. Back to the fence, and it's no balls and a strike. Nico on deck. And the 0-1 coming up to Caden Muscat. So next year, what are you going to do? You'll have no more kids playing in this program.
Well, I have my daughter who's a junior. She plays volleyball.
Excellent.
So we got 1 more year of her playing volleyball going into her senior year, so excited about that.
Hit hard but foul.
So we'll be involved in the Allen Athletics 1 more year, but I'm sure I'll be coming to games, after they're all gone, and still supporting the program and watching the. Right now, I'm coaching a summer team. I got 4 freshmen from Allen that are on my summer team, so I'm sure I'll be watching them as well.
And the 1-2 sails outside, 2-2. Yeah, it's going to be a little weird coming to this park next year because there's going to be a lot of new faces. They are losing, most good teams do, but they lose a lot of good talent. But what good programs also do is they keep bringing in really good new young talent. Muscat lifts that toward left field. Valdez is there, and he's going to make the grab. Allen threatens, but they do not score. We go to the top of the third. It remains scoreless. J.W. Powell is out there for his third inning of work. And as soon as we see any movement or any type of activity down near the bullpen, we'll let you know. We are expecting him to probably like you said earlier, go 4 maybe?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Heading into the end of the season here, just depending on whether or not the game's tight, we'll see what Jason Wilson wants to do as far as that's concerned. And, I know we got to win, so maybe that's dependent on that decision. So
off the top of the third for the Panthers.
Andrew Valdez leads things off.
3, Andrew Valdez.
Followed by Rylan Spate, and then the top of the order in Landon Weeks. Plano East threatened in the second and did not score. So did Allen. Same result, so we're still scoreless. And JW's pitch is a good fastball. Yeah, you said you wanted him to use a fastball a little bit more, and when you can place it like that, why not?
Yeah, when you can bury it on the outside corner like that, and with his spin rate and just his velocity, it's really tough for high school hitters to hit that.
What impresses you the most about JW?
I think the fact that he can command 3 pitches really well at this age, as a junior in high school. That's the biggest thing that I look for in evaluating players is, do you throw hard, but can you command it? And he's got the ability to command 3 pitches. We always have a saying in baseball: it doesn't matter how hard you throw ball 4. So.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is chopped fair, and that's going to be grounded by JW. Flips it over to first, and there's 1 down. Had a lot of spin on it, so I was a little concerned about what it was going to do when it hit the turf, but he waited for it and made a nice play.
Now batting, third baseman, number 2, Rylan Spate.
Here is Rylan Spate, Plano East's third baseman, and the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Be nice to get a quick 1-2-3 right here, with 8-9-1 coming up, and get the offense back out there.
No question. And the first pitch to Spate. Slap foul. And the other thing is, Colin, is that the more that the guys out in the field see that JW is his usual dominant self, the pressure goes off their backs a little bit to start scoring because they know they're going to. They know they're going to get on the board. And I think they've come to expect this type of thing from Powell.
As an offense, when you see your pitcher going out there and dominating a lineup, it gives you a little bit more incentive to really get out there and do your job and put up some runs for him. If he was out there walking the park, defense tends to get on their heels But he's doing his job tonight, and it'll be nice to get the offense out there, score a couple for him, and take the lead.
He's only given up 1 hit so far, a couple of strikeouts here in the 3rd inning. And Powell gets him to swing at that one, engulfs it into foul territory where Chandler Hart sticks out that really long arm and hits and makes the grab.
Really doing a good job of getting on their hands. They don't have, right now it doesn't look like Plano East at the bottom of the lineup has the bat speed to really turn on that fastball on the inner half.
No, you're absolutely right. And just, if these were wooden bats, I think
he would have broke about 5 already.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Both of these pitchers are being effective because they've been able to work the inside of the plate so well. Weeks struck out his first time up. The pitch. Chopped it foul.
And Mike, shout out to Ed. He's still under the 15 pitch an inning.
Oh, that's right. Ed's 15 pitch an inning method. I'm surprised we haven't seen infomercials for that.
I had a pitching coach in the minor leagues who taught me, best thing you can do is play a game with yourself on the mound. 3 pitchers or less, that you got to get a guy out. Don't worry about the strikeout. That's because your pitch count goes up. If you can get a guy out in 3 pitchers or less, you're doing your job.
Absolutely. And that is chopped to second. That's where Nico is. Flips to first in time. And another 1-2-3 inning delivered by J.W. Powell. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. We remain scoreless.
Always a pleasure.
Kellen McWhinney back on the mound for his third inning of work. And so far, he has been very good for Plano East. He will face Evangelopoulos, Mack, and Tanksley. You might recall that back in the first inning, Nico made a terrific defensive play.
Nico Evangelopoulos.
And he steps in.
It's good to see Nico back in the lineup, coming off battling an injury earlier this year and working his way back. Nice to see him in there.
He is, I've said it time and time again, one of the nicest kids on this team, and you root for kids like that. He gets jammed and fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. You learn things during the senior day, and I did learn that he is interested in constitutional law.
That's impressive.
It's very impressive.
No, Nico's he's a good friend. He's good friends with Shay, and I've known Nico since he was a little kid, and he's always been a highly intelligent, bright kid.
And the 2-1 stays up high, 3-1. Thing about Nico, and you talk about intelligence, it also stays on the field as well, because he's one of these kids that obviously he hasn't hit, looking for that hit, but he walks. He's not going to force it just because he desperately like to get a hit.
Yeah, he's always had a good eye.
And that is chopped softly to third. The throw in time. Nice play by Ryland Spade at third. And there's one down.
Early in the season, I think we were playing Plano. It was either Plano or Plano West where there was a ball hit to second base. Guy rounded second base going to third. Nico faked the throw and then threw it to Shea at third for the tag. Really high baseball IQ play.
That's indicative of good coaching and of guys that not just listen to what the coaches have to say, but have that feel for the game. So many people don't.
Yeah, it's one of those things, instinctually, you and I growing up, we always played backyard baseball and whatnot. So we learned, the game instinctually and whatnot. And in today's environment, for kids, it's really, everything's such a controlled environment nowadays, or, we're looking at the showcase type player. They really don't get to develop that instinct as well as older generations did. But some of these kids, I know Nico watches a lot of baseball, watches a lot of Major League Baseball. He's a big Phillies fan, and so I try to tell kids, watch big leaguers play, watch Major League Baseball. You're going to learn.
Kind of wish I didn't know that now. Oh, everything I thought about him has just changed. Nice fastball that just misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have been so nice to him before the game. Cubs playing the Phillies right now, so that's, yeah. And that is fouled down the third base line. Tanksley on deck. No score here in the third inning.
Is that an option?
He had to duck out of the way of that one, and he had plenty of time to do so. So now the count is 3-2. And we've already alluded to how dangerous it is to put somebody on right in front of the top of this order. 3-2. And that is ball 4, and that's a terrific at-bat by Austin Mack.
Yeah, very good at-bat by Austin right there. That's big, getting on with the top of the lineup come up. And
now batting
see if we can drive in some runs
here. Kyle Tanksley.
We are going to have a courtesy runner. Let's see if it's Mangan.
Bench running, number 7, Jaron Mangan.
And here's Tanksley. Mangum taking his lead off of first. And they check on him. Swung on and fouled back.
once again, McQuinn gets in on the hands. Really, really good job. It looks like he's throwing that two-seamer right in the inner half, and we're just having a tough time getting the barrel out.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of negating the power that these hitters have. Although that time he got it over the plate a little bit too much, and Kyle serves it into right center field. He's on his way to second. Heading over to third rather, is Mack, and runners at second and third with only one out on a stand-up double by Kyle Tanksley.
Yeah, Mike, you made a good point right there. We're talking about dominating the inner half. Then he just left one right over the plate. And
now batting center fielder number 4, Jaden Wilson.
So far and away, the best scoring opportunity for the Eagles, or for either team for that matter. Runners at second and third. Only one out. Mangum with the lead off a third. And up and in to Jaden. Golden opportunity for Allen to jump in front in this must-win game, really, for both teams. It is literally a must-win game for Plano East. Let's put it that way.
Well, you can tell they've already got the infield in the third inning.
That's right. Fouls it away. Again, in case you're just joining us, Allen needs to win these next two games against Plano East, the last two games of the regular season, to have a shot at winning the district outright. They would need Prosper to lose one of their games. They've already won one of them, and they're likely going to win the second. And so it's going to be a little difficult, but Allen still can take care of business. And that is hit hard off the glove of the second baseman, Hyman. One run is going to score. Mangan crosses the plate. Stopping at third is Tanksley, and that's an RBI single for Jaden Wilson.
Fantastic piece of hitting right there. Ball left over the middle of the plate again, and just goes the other way with it, gets a good barrel. And he hit it pretty hard and caught the second baseman off guard.
Now batting third baseman number 9.
And that's a perfect example of you saying what Plano East was doing, playing their infield in. Now, if they're playing at normal depth, that's a routine line drive probably to Hyman.
Most likely.
But because of where they were playing, it just glanced off his glove. And now runners at first and third with one out. There goes the runner. Here's the throw down to second. He's safe.
Jaden Wilson.
And that makes Jaden Wilson the all-time stolen base career leader at Allen High School.
Stolen bases.
Unbelievable.
Tyler Murray with 58. Let's hear it for Jaden Wilson, all-time stolen base leader in Allen baseball history.
When you pass an athlete like Kyler Murray, you're doing something.
You couldn't have said it better. And it takes such a combination of things to make that possible. Not just a kid that can run fast. It takes a kid that understands how to steal bases and how to get on enough to steal that many bases. And Jaden is that kid.
Yeah, it's an art. It's a learned art, and Jaden over the past 2 years has really perfected it.
Second and third. Backhanded stop by the catcher. I got to think that right now that is a mountain of pressure off of Jaden's shoulders.
Anytime you're chasing a goal or chasing a record, yeah, there's most players will tell you that you're going to feel some pressure. So probably feels really good right now.
Who got in that time, and Shea able to foul it off. Have the feeling that didn't feel too good.
Big time on the hands right there. Knowing Shea, he's kind of mad about that, so he's looking to do damage right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield still in. Ooh, just got a piece of that one.
I know that I would come in against Shea. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Big situation in the ball game. Now that we've had history made.
Second and third, less than 2 outs. All we need is a fly ball. Just a little sacrifice fly, get another run in, and keep padding that lead.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Great pitch. Great pitch on the outside half. Might have been off the plate a little bit, but something you got to protect there with 2 strikes.
First baseman, number 26.
And that is strikeout number 1 for Shea Young, and here is Chandler Hart. Big situation if McWhinney can get out of this, keeping his team in the game, and he steps off the rubber. Chandler, on the other hand, hoping to do what Allen has done time and time again this year, come up with big 2-out hits, and everybody kind of recognizing, I think, the gravity of the situation, and they're going to intentionally walk Chandler. I'm not sure, boys, but I think that might have been the first intentional walk we've seen all year.
Yeah, an interesting move with your, with Ryan Blessing coming up. I think Ryan has the highest batting average on the team, so interesting move.
Now batting, number 3, Ryan Blessing.
All right, well, it sets up the force at any base. Here is Blessing, and he is, like you said, just as good a clutch hitter as we've seen this year.
But Henry filled in when he was playing with Dewey.
And the pitch is blocked nicely by LeBeau. Everybody knows about the big sluggers on this team, but I think Blessing is maybe the most underrated of them all because, like I said, he comes up with so many clutch hits.
Yeah, he's been real clutch. Gap-to-gap power, balls right over the infielders' heads. Just getting the bat to the ball in key situations.
Good pitch on the outside corner. That was well positioned. 1 ball, 1 strike. It has turned into a beautiful evening. One ball, 1 strike. And again, McWhinney steps off.
It'd be nice to come out of here with more than 1 run, especially with second and third and just 1 out. So now we got 2 outs. Hopefully Ryan can do some damage.
Oh, that was a beautiful breaking ball that found the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, so let's take it from McWhinney's standpoint for a moment. You just delivered maybe the nicest pitch you've thrown all night. Do you come back with something off speed?
I'm going to throw that again. I'm going to extend it off the plate, get him to chase, especially with a 1-2 count. I don't want to put anything too much into the heart of the plate right now.
And the 1-2. Fastball that
Great pitch.
Just missed.
It didn't miss by much.
No, it really didn't. And I'll tell you something, and this is something Ed and I have talked about, is how important it is when you are at a 2-strike count, if you got a pitch to play with, that you barely miss with that pitch.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys would have offered it that one. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Wicked fastball right there by McWhinney, his best of the night. He gets out of the damage with only a run given up. And we go to the top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Allen.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Panthers will be second baseman number 7, Matthew Hyman.
Matthew Hyman will lead things off for the Panthers. In the top of the fourth inning, a 1-0 lead. Allen holding on to, thanks to some top of the batting order hitting. Tanksley and Wilson. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
This is where we want to have a shutdown inning right now. We just go up 1-0 against Plano East. Their pitcher's throwing a hell of a game. You'd really like to see a shutdown right here and move on, get the offense back out.
And that one almost hit him. Now, we talked about this literally being a must-win game for Plano East. And here's what's going to be challenging, I think, for Allen. If they do win this game, then Plano East literally does have nothing to play for on Friday night. And I think it would be easy to walk into a situation like that and think, okay, this is going to be, they've got nothing going, they're done. But I think a lot of teams in Plano East's situation would love to be the spoiler if you've only got one game left. I would imagine after a little bit, the whole spoiler thing gets old, though.
You always want to be the spoiler. If they could throw a wrench in Allen's season, I'm sure they'd love that.
And a breaking ball, and he had no chance.
Good job by JW extending the zone right there with 2 strikes. Nice sweeper.
Now batting, shortstop, number 1.
Only the third strikeout of the night, but when you've got the kind of stuff that JW has and you've got the kind of defense that he has behind him, why not just don't try to overpower guys all the time? Pitch to contact.
No, just set back, let it go. Keep attacking, be on the attack. Get strike 1 and work from there.
I had a great conversation with JW's dad. I think it was a week or two, and I talked about one of the most impressive aspects is the fact that he doesn't always try to blow guys away. He's going to make sure he's in the zone, and if he wins by contact, that's fine. An out's an out.
Yeah, typically J-Dub doesn't get hit hard, and contact is his friend. We, like I was telling you earlier, we try to get guys out in 3 pitches or less. Invite contact, let your defense work, keep the game flowing, keep the guys active in the field, and especially if you're a pitcher like J-Dub that doesn't get hit hard. Just let the defense work, minimize your pitch count, and do your job.
And that's exactly what he does every single time out. He is so consistent, has not hit 50 pitches yet. He's at 48. So very economical after a little bit of a rough going of it. Didn't give up a run, but he was out there for a little bit back in the early part of this one, as that is fouled off to the right side, out of play. I think I can remember that 2-hitter stretch where he struggled with his control a little bit. Yep. And you and I said
now he's back in the zone and right on the attack.
Ground ball up the middle. This is going to be a tough play. Tanksley's got it. The throw is in time. Remarkable play by Kyle Tanksley. And that was a bang-bang play at first. And I think right now the Plano East fans think that that's the second one that's gone against them.
No, just a great play by Kyle. That's an elite shortstop play, coming across the diamond, making the throw on the run. And then you got a 6'6" guy over there making the stretch. So you're gonna, in a bang-bang play, you're probably gonna get that call.
Yeah, I remember talking with Kyle a few games ago and just telling him that I don't. Now, granted, I haven't seen nearly as much high school baseball as you have through your sons, through your play, all that. But I don't recall seeing one at this level, a shortstop who has such good fundamental skills as he does. His footwork is always perfect. He's always anticipating what he needs to do with the ball before he does it. He's just a really good shortstop.
Yeah, he's always been a kid that's worked hard on his skills and fundamental set. Really done a great job the past 4 years in growing into the player that he is, and like you said, he's going off to Weatherford JUCO next year, which is a top 10 JUCO in the country, and it's well deserved.
Strikeout number 5 for J.W. Powell, a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Allen. Into the middle innings of this one, Carson O'Neill coming to the plate. And he will face Kellen McWhinney.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth for your Allen Eagles.
It'll
right
be
fielder,
O'Neill,
number 10,
Muscat, and Evangelopoulos.
Carson O'Neill.
O'Neill 0 for 1, flew out to center, gave the ball quite a ride, but the center fielder Weeks made the catch right on the edge of the track. Let's see if he tries to pull it a little bit this time and maybe send it out of here.
We know he's got the power for it.
Oh, yeah. Called strike on the outside corner. McWhinney set. And the pitch. And that is slapped foul down the third base line. And quickly, McWhinney is in front, no balls and 2 strikes. And again, we've got to call what we see. McWhinney has been almost as impressive as JW.
No, he's been fantastic. Just keeps attacking the zone, throwing strikes, getting ahead of hitters, and really impressive.
And the 0-2 coming up. Just got a piece of it. I got to think, being a Northeastern guy like you are, you've got to be a hockey fan, right?
Yeah, big-time hockey fan.
Bruins?
Bruins guy, yeah, and they're playing Buffalo right now. Series tied 1-1. Been 2 great games so far. Worried about Boston's defense late in the game, the past couple of games. But
I can see why.
Yeah, a little disconcerting, but,
And an off-speed pitch had Carson way out in front. And that is a strikeout. Second straight strikeout for McWhinney. I got to ask you, I mean,
left fielder number 12.
When it got to be 4-2 yesterday, were you like, it's going to happen again,
yeah,
isn't it?
and it was like deja vu of game 1. I couldn't believe it. And luckily the defense held them off, and but Buffalo, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, they pulled the goalie, so they were on the attack.
I got to tell you, as Muscat takes a ball down low, I love the NHL playoffs. Now, my team, the Blackhawks, haven't been in them for quite a while. We won 3 Stanley Cups within a short period of time, but we're paying for it now. Maybe we made a devil's deal or something, but and it's 2-0 now to Muscat. But I still love the NHL playoffs, and I love the playoffs because it's so clear how different the play is and how more disciplined the play is. Whereas you watch the NBA playoffs, and I'm going to alienate some NBA fans, but it's no different than the regular season. Guys are still getting away with steps, and guys are falling down when they're barely touched, and it's just there's really not much of a difference to the intensity level of the game.
Yeah, NHL playoffs are another level. It just every pass, has to be with precision. Every minute counts. Power plays you got to take advantage of. Just because both teams are just really on top of their game, and the energy created in the NHL playoffs is so different than the regular season.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. 3 balls and a strike against Muscat with Nico on deck. Good ball game tonight. 1-0. Allen with the lead. The pitching has been terrific on both sides. And now the count is 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Muscat awaits the pitch from McWhinney. And ball 4. I like what McWhinney tried to do, going from in or out to in on Muscat, but he just got it a little too far in.
Yeah, just missed the inside corner there. Doing a great job working in and out, up and down, changing speeds, and just missed that one. Good at bat by Caden.
All right, Nico looking to do some damage against McWhinney.
I wouldn't be surprised if we laid one down here.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see what Nico has on his mind as they instead turn to first. I understand the thinking also behind returning to first. They're not so much worried about Muscat stealing as they just wanted to see if
They wanted to
Nico
see if,
was, yeah.
if Nico was going to square around. And he is.
And he pops up the bunt, and a diving grab. What an effort by LeBeau. Absolutely outstanding effort by Tyler LeBeau, the Plano East catcher, to make a diving grab.
Catcher, number 6, Austin Mack.
Here's Austin Mack, and now we'll keep an eye, a legit eye, on Muscat to see if he tries to give Mack an opportunity with a man in scoring position. There he goes. Throw down to second is a good one, but it's a little late. I hesitated again to make the call, but it looked apparent to me that it was on the other side of the bag. I think if that is on the first base side of the bag, they've got a good shot.
It looked like the second baseman came in about 3 feet in front of the bag, tried to receive the throw. You know, as a second baseman, you want to come in there and stay on the bag. I don't know why he came in and received it so short.
A stolen base. And now let's see if they do a little bottom of the order magic. Allen looking to build on a very slim 1-0 lead.
I might even consider a push bunt to the right side. First baseman's back. Second baseman's over by the second base. That's wide open territory.
Yep.
Make the pitcher field the ball.
3 balls and no strikes. And let's see, McWhinney laboring a little bit. It's become more evident over the last couple of hitters. And the 3-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
Seems like the zip on the fastball is a little down.
Yeah.
You know, is that 71 pitches?
Yeah. Inside, and that is ball 4. He walks Mack. And here comes trouble with Kyle Tanksley coming to the plate with runners at first and second.
Batting, shortstop, number 5, Kyle Tanksley.
Kyle 1 for 1 with a double and hit by pitch. He was then picked off. Jaron Mangan back in the game as a courtesy runner for Mack.
Kyle, make it hurt.
Turns, no throw. Well, if this score ends up, the courtesy runner will have scored the only run of the game.
Yeah.
And that is lifted into center field. Just got in on him a bit. And coming over toward right several steps was Landon Weeks, and he makes the grab. McWhinney gets out of trouble, and we head now to the top of the 5th. It is 1-0 Allen. All right, we head now to the top of the 5th inning. J.W. Powell still out there, and why not? He's up to 73 pitches.
53.
53. Oh my gosh, I was looking at the wrong person. 53 pitches. So, in terms of the numbers, he's in pretty good shape. If he continues on as he's going,
Leading off the top of the
it would be
fifth for the
tempting to let him finish. But I guess
as we talked about earlier, I think if we could keep the pitch count down, it might, and tight game, it might be beneficial for Allen to keep him in there and let him finish this thing.
We're home, right?
Tyler LeBeau at the plate. LeBeau made an outstanding diving grab back in the 4th inning on that foul bunt attempt. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to LeBeau. Bounces away. Count evens up at 1. Cason on deck, followed by Salas. Only 1 hit so far given up by JW, and it's by the guy in the on-deck circle as that one is lined. And nice grab by Nico. The throw! In time! Unreal number 2 for Nico Evangelopoulos.
Let's use an NHL term that Nico is standing on his head tonight.
Love it. I mean, that was just, I really thought it was going to get through.
Number 42, Urban
But he didn't.
Cason.
Here is Urban Cason. Yeah, Urban Cason was the guy that got the single back in the 2nd inning, but he was the only one so far, and he taps that one right back to the pitcher, the throw to first. And just like that, there's 2 down.
So we got 5 pitches this inning so far for JW.
Yeah, that's not bad for his pitching numbers for the
right fielder, number 11,
economical side of things.
Salas.
And boy, does that play right into what you were saying earlier about trying to get a guy out on the first 3 pitches.
Yes. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. And being a pitching coach a lot easier, I would imagine.
Yes, makes pitching coaches and coaches very happy.
Swing and a miss, blew it by Salas.
First 6-pitch inning of the game.
I know, that's when I go run to the restroom. They saw me.
Timing is everything. 1-0. The score, and 1-1 the count on Salas. If he reaches, Andrew Valdez will come to the plate.
I did not mess anything up for once.
The 1-1. And that broke right over the plate, and Salas gave up on it.
Yeah, just gave up on that. Really big break on that one from JW. Really nice pitch.
See if he goes right back to that.
And he does.
Yes, and that was an excuse me swing by Salas. Man, it is a pleasure for somebody like me who hasn't stepped on a competitive mound since Little League. But I can only imagine what it's like for you to watch a kid who absolutely is in complete command of everything that he's trying to do.
In sports we call it being in the zone.
Yeah.
Just you really don't feel like your body's working. You just feel like your subconscious is taking over and things are just happening and things are just working for you. It's JW gets in those grooves, usually, after the 1st or 2nd inning, and then he just becomes dominant.
That one got away from him a little bit as Salas had to duck out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1-0 is your score. Allen with the lead. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. And that's been a very typical inning for him tonight. 1 strikeout, 2 ground balls, but all zeros up on the board.
Doing a great job.
Unreal. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We are Allen up 1-0. As we are getting into the business end of this one, bottom of the 5th inning coming up.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th, your Allen Eagles center fielder, number 4.
And it's going to be
Jaden
the record breaker,
Wilson.
Jaden Wilson. In case you're just joining us, Jaden breaking the record held by Kyler Murray, the all-time career stolen base record. And I got to feel that even though this one's very much in doubt, and I'm sure that he is still concentrating on this ball game, it still has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to take that. You're going to remember that for the rest of your life, you know, especially at a school like Allen, where many great athletes have come through. And you know, that one's going to be in the memory banks forever.
Absolutely. 1 ball, no strikes to Wilson, and Wilson pops this one up in the infield. Hyman, the second baseman, camps under it, makes the grab. And that'll bring up Shea Young.
Third baseman, number 9, Shea Young.
Well, knowing Shea after his first 2 at-bats, he's going to come out and try to hit something real hard right here.
I'm not surprised. A little bit of an uneasy swing. Shea has flown out to right and struck out. Behind in the count, no balls and a strike. And that time got fooled on a breaking ball, but that, again, just really good pitch selection by McWhinney.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of setting him up. So Shea's got to protect here, you know, protect the fastball, you know, really watch that slider.
And a breaking ball that tried to get down but stayed up a little bit too much. 1 ball, 2 strike. But there's another example of a pitch when you're ahead in the count and you don't want to just waste it. You want to still make a competitive pitch and see if the hitter will offer.
Yeah, you know, especially you get to higher levels, you know, they're not going to swing at that stuff, so you want to be around the plate.
Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shea has worked it even. Chandler Hart on deck. The regular season wraps up on Friday night. And remember, since Plano East is having their field redone, and that's a called strike 3.
That's just a great pitch.
He has pitched Shea so well tonight. He really has. I mean, it just... Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Yep. First baseman, number 26, Chandler Hart.
I was saying that Plano East is having their field under construction, same as Plano West was a couple weeks ago. And so Friday night's game, the last game of the regular season, will be all the way in Richardson at Namus. Is it Naaman?
Naaman.
Naaman Forest.
Naaman Forest.
Are there any trees at Naaman Forest?
Not that I remember.
Oh, well.
I see where you're going.
Chandler fouls it back.
I can't answer that question.
1 ball, 1 strike. But I know that Allen fans always travel, and I know you'll all be there. And if you're not, we hope you listen to us, or do both. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the outside corner to Chandler. Another thing about McWhinney tonight is he does not look the least bit intimidated by any of these guys.
No, you know, I've watched every game this year, and I'd say this is probably one of the better pitchers we've faced all season.
Couldn't agree more. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, tried to overthrow a bit. Count full, 3-2. If Chandler reaches, Blessing will come up to the plate. McWhinney's pitch took a little bit off, and it's popped up. Racing into foul territory to dive and try to make the grab is the first baseman, Clemens, and he does it. We have seen some extraordinary defense by both teams in this ball game. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 6th. 1-0 Allen.
Will be number 2, Langston Mosley.
All right, so a couple of changes for your Eagles. Langston Mosley now in left field because, as we expected, Caden Muscat will try to close this thing out beginning here in the top of the 6th inning.
Great job by JW tonight. Fantastic. Just attacked the zone, got ahead of hitters, minimized his pitch count, and protected that 1-0 lead.
5 strikeouts, no walks. That is incredibly important. 1 hit, no runs. That was the pitching line for J.W. Powell. And now
Leading
Caden Muscat.
Top of the 6 for the Panthers will be left fielder number 3, Andrew Valdez.
Andrew Valdez, the number 8 hitter, to lead things off.
No, it's still 6.
I'll tell you what, I mean, just watching the way that these guys, one after another, just go about their work. Very impressive.
Yep.
And it's a testament to Coach Tanksley and what he does with the pitchers, but it's just, I think, a testament to the whole approach this program takes.
Yeah, I think as a pitching staff, they should feel very confident in what they do, and they've been really consistent all year. It's really been, and then we got Chandler Hart coming back with some great stuff. So it's going to be a formidable pitching lineup for teams to face in the playoffs, that's for sure.
And the 0-2, who just missed the outside corner. We know what Chandler is. We know what he wants his career to be. How special do you think he can be?
Sky's the limit for Chandler. When he's right, he's one of the top left-handers in the country. With that frame, he's got a big league frame. We talk about a projection and valuation. He's got all the tools that we look for. He went through a little rocky road earlier this season, but he's done a lot of great work lately to get back into the old Chandler, his old self, and he looks fantastic. Ball's coming out of his hand real sharp, real hard. Breaking ball is sharp, and I think his confidence is sky high right now.
3 balls, 2 strikes, as that was fouled off. So he's going to be one of those I knew him then guys, huh? I'll have to prepare for that.
Yeah, if he continues on that path, and you might see that kid in the big leagues one day.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good comeback as Caden got in front of him initially, then lost the zone for a few pitches, then came back and closed out Valdez. Big, important first out.
Third baseman number 2, Ryland Spate.
Ryland Spate coming up to the plate now. Inside. I don't think I'll ever forget Caden coming up to this booth right after he threw that no-hitter. I'd never seen that look of excitement or happiness on a kid's face before. Just unreal.
A no-hitter will do that to you. It'll get you excited, that's for sure.
Man, he was floating. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch to Spate, and that almost hit him, and it's 3-0 now.
I don't care what level you're at. You throw a no-hitter, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh, my gosh. Landon Weeks on deck. You don't want to fool around with the bottom of the order right here, and it's 3-0. Gets it over, 3-1. And the 3-1 misses down low and hits ball 4.
What I like about Caden, he's got a real bulldog mentality out there. He's he's probably really upset that he just walked that guy after getting the first out. But he's going to really bear down right here and focus. And he's always had since his when he really broke out his sophomore year. He's always been that bulldog out there, and you want a guy like that out on the mound, just wanting the ball, wanting to attack hitters and get guys out.
Yeah, you could tell his body language speaks a lot.
Yeah.
When he's not happy, kicks the dirt.
You got to play with a little anger.
Absolutely. And the first pitch is a swung-on strike to Landon Weeks, who was way out in front.
my thought process when I was pitching professionally, I was like, yeah, that batter's in the batter's box trying to steal my money.
I like it. I like it.
So I gotta steal his.
That's right. Matthew Hyman is on deck, but now the eyes are on Muscat and Weeks. Throw over to first. Runner back in plenty of time. Middle infield at double play depth. Shea is playing in a step or two. And the pitch. Showed bunt, pulled it back. That stayed high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Weeks struck out his first time up, grounded out to Nico his second time. And now, well, again over to first. And again, Spade is back. Game's kind of slowed to a crawl here. But as often happens when you get into the late innings, you've got a 1-run game. Tying run on base, go ahead run at the plate. And the pitch. Gets in on him, and he was able to lift that one out of play. How many times have we said that today? A guy just gets into the kitchen of the hitter.
Yeah, it seems to be the theme of the game. Inside fastballs on the hands today.
1 ball, 2 strikes. So Ryland Spate takes his lead off of first. He walked. And Landon Weeks down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. Instead again over to first. And Spate's back. Great performance tonight by J.W. Powell. He did his work. And now his buddy Caden's going to try to clean things up. Lifted into center field. On a line, Jaden Wilson's there, makes the grab. And there are 2 down. Yeah, you talk about fundamental baseball, and Jaden Wilson, to me, is the epitome of a fundamental center fielder.
Yeah, he's one of the better outfielders in the district, probably in the state in 6A, defensively. Really good player. We've seen him cover gap to gap, make some ridiculous plays. Just a really good athlete.
Runner still at first, but now there's 2 down. Matthew Hyman is 0 for 2. Sailed out of the zone, and Austin Mack jumped out to grab it.
Matthew.
One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Low and in, 2-0. Looking ahead to the Allen 6th inning. Blessing, O'Neill, and Muscat due up. Good pitch on the inside corner, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Here's kind of the situation where, you don't necessarily need a strikeout, but you also, get a man on first, 2 out. Try to do some weak contact here. Let your defense work it out of the inning.
Muscat's pitch. Just a little bit outside, and now he's behind in the count, 3-1. There's got to be nothing more frustrating for a coaching staff than walks in this situation.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. Walks are part of the game, but we, especially in these situations, we need to minimize that.
Well, that is the second walk of the inning, and Hyman takes his base. And now here is Tristan Parker. And Coach Tanksley is going to take a walk out to have a little chat with Muscat. I mean, here's the thing is, Colin, you've got a situation here where they only have one hit tonight, and that was against Powell. But now you got a new pitcher out there.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Tristan Parker is batting third in this lineup, and we may be about to find out what that reason is. But let's hope Muscat can find a way to get his control back and wiggle out of this. He only has to pick up and out.
Yeah, you don't want to be, you don't want to just lay it in there against this kid. You got to make some good pitches where you might have to work the corners a little bit more. So you can't
Now batting shortstop.
get in a situation where you're going to put him on base and let the 4-hole hitter come up and clean it up. So time to make some good pitches here.
All right, here we go. Muscat ready after the visit. And the pitch to Parker. Late on the swing, fouls it off. No balls and a strike.
And that's the biggest thing, getting ahead. Now you can control the at-bat.
Absolutely.
Because it's 5-2. And there's a minute. Oh, it's over. The game's over and they're fighting. That's even worse.
And the pitch. Breaking ball, did everything but find the zone. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Did you get in trouble for fighting when the game's over?
Huge situation in the ball game. Muscat is set. The pitch. Hit well off of Muscat's glove. He's got time. The throw in time. Credit Caden Muscat. Not only playing a good job of goaltender right there, but not panicking when that ball rolled away from him.
Yeah, fantastic play. Just keep your composure, make the out, get out of the inning.
That's what they did. We head to last chance time as it remains 1-0 in favor of Allen. Getting very late in this one as we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I wanted to ask you before I forget, what was the places that you played? Because we talked a little bit off the air about Portland, Maine. What were some of the places that you enjoyed playing the most?
My first year when I got drafted, I went out to Portland, Oregon. So I started with the Portland Rockies there.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th.
Asheville, North Carolina was my next stop. Salem, Virginia was the next stop.
Number 3.
Zebulon, North Carolina was the next stop. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sarasota, Florida. Portland, Maine. Spring trainings in Tucson.
Yep.
So, pretty much all over the country.
And that is a strike on Blessing. Obviously, when you go to a major league spring training camp, you meet a lot of guys that you've known through their exploits for a long time. Who did you enjoy hanging out with the most of those established big leaguers?
The established big leaguers, I think the one that took me under the wing and really had a great relationship was Denny Nagel.
I remember Denny Nagel.
Yeah, Denny Nagel. I was coming in as my first year on the 40-man major league roster back in 2002. Denny took me under his wing and kind of showed me the ropes. Him along with Todd Jones, who was the closer at the time. Really great people. And Denny, I was the only guy in big league camp that didn't have a car. I was, the poor minor leaguer coming into big league camp, and I didn't have a car. And Denny was kind enough to give me one of his 7, for spring training. So I got to drive around in a nice red Lincoln Navigator all spring training.
Fouled off 1 ball, 2 strikes. I love that. One of his 7.
Yeah, and hung out with Larry Walker. He drove me home from the Ozfest one night, the Pepsi Center in Denver. We had a good conversation there. We talked hockey the whole way home.
Slap foul.
I was teammates with Matt Holliday for a long time. Matty was a great guy, one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in the game. Just a great kid.
Yeah, I just, again, I've only known the game from the broadcaster's perspective, but it's just, I don't understand. That's why when people say, oh, it's a boring game, nothing happens. As that one is hit towards short. Nice play by Parker. Long throw, and that is in time.
I don't know about that one, Mike.
I don't know about it either. It looked to me like Ryan had beaten that probably by a half a step.
Yeah, it looked like he was past the bag on that one.
So here is Carson O'Neill. Terrific play, by the way, by the shortstop Parker, but still.
Carson O'Neill.
Yeah, people say, well, nothing happens. It's they have no idea what goes on in this game between every pitch.
No, there's strategy. There's there's athleticism. There's just a lot about the game to love. And like I said, it's one of those things where as an outsider, you might not love it. You might think it's a little boring, but the fun parts are really fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's just one of those games that the unexpected almost always is going to happen.
Yeah. You never know. That's one of the best things about baseball is just, I'm 48 years old now. I've been around the game since I was 5 and, played professionally for 9 years and been a lot around, seen a lot of baseball, and there's always something new. There's always something to learn. You're constantly learning in this game, and you could go out there and see something that never happened after watching thousands of games.
That's right. You never know what you're going to see when you come to the park that day. 3-1. O'Neill waits. He chops it to third. Coming in is Spate. The throw in time. Well, if you're a fan of defense in baseball, you would love this game because there have been great plays all over the diamond.
Yeah, high school baseball, pitching and defense wins baseball games.
And I'll tell you this, as a play-by-play guy, even if Allen scores 27 runs in the first inning, I'd rather see them win a game 4-2 with good defense and not everybody walking all over the place.
Yeah, those are character building type games. When you can win the close ones, when you can play a complete game offensively and defensively. Those are what we call character building games, and at the end of the season, those things add up.
No question. And as that one is swung on by Muscat, and this is going to be a tough play, and it does not turn into that tough a play as it ends up getting made by Clemens. Last chance time for Plano East. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It remains 1-0 Allen. Caden Muscat back on the mound to try to put an end to this ball game and put an end to Plano East's playoff hopes.
Panthers, first baseman number 4, Ricky Clemens.
Ricky Clemens steps into the box. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6.
This is where Caden really needs to just get in and attack the zone.
Starts out with a breaking ball that remains high. And the 1-0. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'd be remiss if I did not thank everybody associated with Allen Baseball on my behalf, on Ed's behalf, for bringing us aboard to do these games for you guys on YouTube. We have had the time of our lives. We're not going anywhere. We'll hopefully be back for the playoffs. Obviously, Friday night's game, but the playoffs, wherever that takes us. But as for being here at this ballpark, it's a genuine pleasure, just as it is to watch Kyle Tanksley play short, and there's 1 down.
Nice backhand by Kyle right there. Not an easy play. Fired
Now
across the
batting,
diamond.
catcher,
Guy hustling
number
down the
10,
line.
Tyler
Really good play right there.
LeBeau.
Tyler LeBeau, 0 for 2. And you could say that about just about everybody in this order. In fact, they have 1 hit. LeBeau is grounded to second a couple of times. He's been victimized by that glove of Evangelopoulos. Almost. They almost made it through the rest of the season. 1-0, and that drifts outside. 2-0.
I'll watch the pitch, you watch this. Yeah. I'll watch. I'll tell you what happens.
And the 2-0 stays outside. 3-0. Kason on deck. And then Salas. Taking all the way. 3 balls and a strike. Now, if you're LeBeau in this situation, are you taking another pitch?
Not if I get 1 down the middle. I'm coming out of my shoes.
The 3-1 stays high.
Yeah, as a hitter, I'm zoning up right there and looking to drive something in the gap.
Absolutely.
Now batting, designated hitter number 42, Urban Kaysen.
Here is Urban Kaysen. And if you're wondering who has the only hit of the game for Plano East, it is the gentleman at the plate right now.
Number 16, Chandler Israel.
Chandler Israel is the courtesy runner. Kaysen steps in against Caden Muscat. Plano East trying to extend their season, while Allen tries to take a huge step toward a district crown. And the pitch just stayed outside. Not getting as much of the late movement on that pitch as he was.
No, he's trying the outside corner right now. Can't be too fine with it. You know, just a couple more inches in and maybe you get a roll over a ground ball.
2 balls and no strikes as it starts to get a little bit uneasy here at the park.
The tension builds.
Yes, it does. And the 2-0. Here it comes. Inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. And now this becomes a very interesting pitch, Colin, because he's not getting the outside corner, but you also don't want a guy to be able to sit inside and take a good swing on another pitch like that.
No, we want to get strike 2 here.
Good stop, by the way, by Hart at first. Two balls, 1 strike. Courtesy runner is Israel at first. And the pitch. Hit well, but foul.
Probably the biggest pitch of the game right here.
No doubt.
2-2 count. You know, you want to get him to chase a little bit, something maybe, you know, but you don't want to, you know, be too far outside the zone. You don't want to bounce it and let him get to second.
2-2 pitch on its way. And time called. Kaysen decided to continue with that level of tension.
Yes.
Maybe build it a little bit. Now the 2-2.
Great pitch.
And a breaking ball that started over his head falls right into the middle of the zone for strike 3. You said it was the biggest pitch of the game, and Caden was up to it.
He was up to the task, for sure. Great curveball, overhand curveball, just dropped right in the zone, 12-6. Couldn't have made a better pitch in that situation.
And you cannot blame Kaysen either for his reaction. That ball looked like it was going to be over his head.
It looked like it. Yeah, and it was just one of Caden's better curveballs of the night, and that's where you tip your cap to the pitcher and say nice pitch.
All right, last man up right now for Plano East is Salas, and he serves it into shallow right field. So they are not dead yet. Runners at first and second. Israel stops at second.
Left fielder Andrew Valdez.
And here is Andrew Valdez now with a chance to even this game here in the 7th.
Made his pitch there. Nothing you could really do. It was a weak hit to the right side. Really nothing you can do. Looks like we're going to make a move.
Yep, we are. So Muscat's going to remove from the game. He'll probably, I would guess, go back to left. We'll find out who's going to come on for the save in a moment. 1-0 Allen.
I think it's Brooks Bentley.
Brooks Bentley has been called on to try to finish this one for Allen. And he will face Andrew Valdez. Righty-righty matchup.
Brooks has that elite slider on that righty-righty matchup. You know, probably a good call, you know, going in this situation with 2 outs, trying to get that final out.
He is, like you just said, he's a guy that loves these situations. He loves to come through for his team, and can't think of a bigger situation than this. They will get bigger as we move along and get into the postseason.
Number 3, Andrew Valdez.
You know, with all the big margin wins we had at the beginning of the season and throughout the season, it's always good to play a tight game and know that you can come out on top.
Absolutely. And the first pitch to Valdez stays high. 1 ball, no strikes. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. 2 down. And the 1-0 outside corner. Plano East fans rooting for Valdez. The 1-1. Ooh, good block by Mack. Keeping that one from going back to the bricks. Bentley is set. His 2-1 pitch.
Good pitch.
Outside corner again. You're right. That was a thing of beauty. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here we go. And that one does get away from Mack. He hustles back to the screen. He didn't want Israel to take that turn and possibly tie the game, but now you've got the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Just tried to do a little too much with that slider. Trying to make it break way too much and ended up in the other's batter's box. But, got a 3-2 count here, and let's see what comes out of it.
No harm, no foul if you can get Valdez. The pitch. Oh, it just stays alive.
Oh, that's interference.
1-0. Allen clinging to their lead. Plano East trying to cling to a playoff spot. Hit well, but it's hit to Tanksley. He's got it. Set. Throw. Game over. Eagles win a thriller. 1-0 over Plano East. And the possibility of a district crown remains very, very much alive.
And that is the ball game.
Fantastic game by pitching today, pitchers today, and defense. Nico Evangelopoulos at second made some big plays. Pitchers threw strikes, very efficient. Really clean game on that end.
I could not ask for a better replacement for Ed than you tonight, Colin. And I got to tell you, this was so much fun to get your perspective on the game and discuss why I love this game so much from the perspective of somebody who's played it at the professional level. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate it, Mike. This was fun. I had a good time. I enjoy watching the game from this perspective, and if I could give some little insight into the nuance of the game, then so be it.
Well, we do want to say one more time, congratulations to Jaden Wilson on the record. And I actually, one more time, want to express my appreciation for the folks here at Allen High School for allowing me the privilege of doing these games. Again, the final score, Allen wins it 1-0. For Colin, I am Mike. We will talk to you, I should say Ed and I. You can stick around if you want. You can, pull up a chair, I'm sure.
There you go.
We'll talk to you on Friday night. Good night, everyone.